Sid, what you doing, mate? It's time to
Sorry.
party.
I was just on the HobbyLink TV on the
Good on you.
iPhone there. You know, it's responsive, and I can just use it.
Yeah, it works on a mobile.
It works on a mobile. I wanted to bring this up because somebody posted on here. We discussed in the last episode about, you know, a world without Plamo, a world without model kits, and one reader pointed out that we had actually kind of talked about that way back when in episode 50. So way back when in episode 50, we kind of had a little conversation about the world without Gunpla. So if anyone's ever been interested, throw back to episode 50 and talk, watch what we had to say at the time.
And there's also someone just posted they had like a chili party and building model kits.
Chili Gunpla building party. It's the top post on the
very cool.
TV.
So check that out. I guess by the time you see it, it might be further down the page.
It's still pretty cool.
Very cool. The whole family's building Gunpla and having a chili party.
That's a pretty good
nice
idea.
Photos.
Yeah. Okay.
But I guess we should
get down to business.
We should get started.
All right. Hi everybody.
Hey guys.
Welcome to Gunpla TV, brought to you by HobbyLink Japan. This is episode 119. 119.
Almost
and this is kind of a PG episode again.
Yes.
Because Ryan, as we know, you're in the middle of your GPO one, and I'm building the PG red frame Astray. So I'll kind of talk about that as well as kind of throwing back to the strike, which I brought a leg of here. But before we get into any of that, should we do the
new releases?
New releases?
Yep.
Is that cool with you? All right. We have a big one.
Okay.
It's a master grade. It is
a new MG, yeah?
Yeah, new master grade Gundam Age kit, Gundam AGE-2 double bullet. So let's see what we have here with this this Age and master grade. Now, like the last master grade from the Age line was the Dark Hound, which of course transforms similar to the double bullet here. I actually prefer the double bullet design. And you can see we've got you know, the foil stickers and the stickers here. Nothing too crazy, and this is actually effect parts. Looks like it's got quite a few effect parts because these are just small ones like beam sabers. But if you, I'm gonna open this up. Here we go. Open this up here. Open this baby up, and you can see it has these quite large effect parts, which are meant to mount on those double bullet things here. Let's see if I can find this picture. Here's the picture. See how they mount on the wings there?
It's very cool.
It actually is pretty cool. Anytime you can get these effect parts, it's always a bonus. There's actually two of them there, of course. Now, one thing I am glad to see that Bandai brought back here, if I can find this runner, is the hands. Now, these hands aren't the new flexi hands. Here they are, that we've seen with the Jesta and the Shinanju Stein and the new Gundam version Ka. They've actually gone back to the MP runner from the Gundam Age line, which we saw in the Age-1 and Age-2. And these actually just swap the hands, the certain part of the hands there. I actually really like these. They really work really well just because of the size of the connection. And we've talked about these on the show previously, so I'm not going to go into detail there. And what's this frame like? Well, let's pull this out. There's some small yellow parts. Hey, I like yellow. Okay. Now, we're pretty flexy here. Looks like we're still that polystyrene, the easy to paint runners that Bandai give from you. So all the runners in this kit, well, this one's pretty flexible here. Frame runners are all that polystyrene. So, one other thing I want to show, aside from these rather large wing pieces here, very cool, is what they added into the box here. So here's the advertisement for Gundam on Blu-ray, August 28th. Get your Blu-ray machines ready. And a Gundam Seed Destiny advert. Gundam Age Memory of Eden. It's a good time to be a Gundam anime fan, that's for sure. And now this is what I want to show everybody. The Gundam weapons, this is an insert to advertise Gundam weapons. Now, we've talked about them on the show, we've shown that magazine. What it is a collection of images and tutorials taken from the Hobby Japan magazine and put together into its own issue of a magazine. So instead of getting all the figure news and all the Kotobukiya news and everything else that you'll get in the Hobby Japan magazine, what they do is they take out just the Gundam and they put that together. So this will be the Gundam Weapons Gundam Age issue, and it's called Unknown Soldiers. And you can see that they've got pictures of their done up Gundam kits. These are all professionally modeled, and they will tell you how they did it, how they achieve these results, and give you the tutorials if you're building any Age kits yourself.
That is a very cool magazine.
It's very cool. I love Gundam weapons actually, and this one comes out at the end of next month. So when it comes out, maybe we'll bring it on the show. And also,
do we stock it actually?
Oh yeah, we have them all. And now we showed this at the Shizuoka Hobby Show when we were there. This is going to be a throw into the October issue of Hobby Japan, which comes out the end of August. And you're going to be given a sword, the Garuto S sword. I can't pronounce it. It's got two modes apparently, the sword mode and the speed mode. So if anybody actually knows how to pronounce this, please let me know, because I make mistakes sometimes when it comes to pronunciation. And you can see that there's also going to be this flight unit here. When the flight unit comes out, the red frame flight unit comes out, you'll still be able to use this extra sword on your kit there. So fans of the red frame, like I am doing at PG right now, can be excited. Not only do you get the flight type, you also get that weapon that hooks on the back. And of course it can be used with your blue frames, which most people have already. So I'm going to put this back together because we got to send it off somewhere. So Ryan, as I'm packing this up, is there anything you want to... Yeah? Don't
forget we send these to Robert.
That's right, we send these kits to
and he will do a comprehensive build, and we're sending him a little Prezi. What is this?
That is one of the first Dumball Senki kits. Way back when we did Dumball Senki episode, and that's the one we popped out there. So
gets a present.
There you go. Enjoy some free plamo.
Just for you.
There you go. Okay, that does it for my little
I got something huge.
You've got something to show, Ryan.
I do, and it is massive.
That's what I said. More Iron Kong.
The latest Iron Kong. Let's pop this baby open and have a look inside.
Sure.
Okay, so let's pop open the box. It's pretty much the same as always I built. The thing I'm most interested in actually is the weapon kit at the back.
Yeah,
I wonder if it's done in a metallic.
Gotta find the proper
oh yeah, it is, I guess.
Oh, sweet.
Is that it?
That might be some of it. So many runners.
Yeah, it's just this big. Especially, it seems like a different color this time, maybe.
Yeah.
Well,
it's the Schwartz version. The power of the Schwartz is... And it's not like the weapons look, metal, but they're not plated. Like they are just the normal silver.
Yeah. I mean, I'd probably recommend doing a coat and then some, like a metallic coat. Let's see, maybe there's some more in this. Whoa. Okay.
I just love how they box them.
Okay. Here, I think we have something. Okay, so it's kind of that color. Okay,
That's
very cool.
Bad.
Yeah. I don't know if these were order stocked or if we still have some, but it was pretty popular and it went pretty.
Yeah, Zoids tend to sell out fairly quickly. Something like this might kick around just because of the price, but I'm sure it's not going to last too long.
Okay, let me get this back together.
All right.
So yeah, huge.
That's big.
I don't know if I'm going to build this one.
I hope not, because you have no room in your apartment.
No, I don't.
And you're building a perfect grade.
I know, I'm running out of space. But anyway, what's next?
What's next? I think it's time for us to talk about your PG.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll give you a couple minutes to get everything ready.
Okay, so I've actually completed 2 legs, and I'm also going to talk about the skirt.
Yeah.
But let me start with the legs. So here you can see the completed leg with all the white on, but this is what it looks like underneath. And I must say, like, just the detailing still blows my mind. And also what I love about this is just these pieces that move.
Yeah, they open up, all those flaps.
And the most incredible thing is that, when you actually put it together, oh, actually I won't bother here. I'll just show you here.
Yeah.
It just fits in like a perfect puzzle,
Yeah.
Like you compare all of these pieces open. So yeah. One thing to keep in mind though, especially when building this piece here that kind of sits on there and moves.
Yeah.
There's one little piece in there that you really got to make sure it's the right angle.
Oh, okay.
Because if you get it wrong, it's like a little hole, but it just won't work. Like your leg just will not flex, and it drove me insane. Anyway, so that's the leg.
Sweet. Looks good. I really like those flaps.
Yeah, and it just closes up. It's probably part of the transformation, I hope.
Yep.
Next, I'll talk a little bit about the skirt here. So there is a die-cast piece in here.
Oh, for the leg
for your legs. Yep.
Okay.
So and then just this piece here, it's kind of slots in there.
Okay. So you actually build the torso starting with that piece, that red part on there?
No, this is separate.
Well, most torsos you would build the whole, like upper body,
Yeah.
and then plop it on.
No, this is.
Seems like this one you're actually sticking that on there and then going from there.
Kind of works like so. You basically build this first, and then snap that on.
Yeah.
And then drop this guy in.
Okay, so you're building from the skirt up.
And actually that gives it a bit of movement in there.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's the skirt. So I'll just pop that on. This guy's going to be huge.
Yeah, it's big.
Right, is that the right hole? No.
Even though you have that big box in your house, once you finally start to put it together, it's even bigger than you anticipated.
Yeah. Now what I'm actually currently working on is this jet, which I assume fits in here somewhere.
Yeah, that'll
Maybe
be part
folds.
of the transformation.
But what's quite amazing about the jet is, I mean, you can see that it has all these flaps for, I guess, I mean, I'm sure this actually is meant to fit on here somehow.
Yeah, but I think it also takes landing gears, so you can make the core fighter on its own.
Yeah, I was building, this is kind of the back of the core fighter, and I'll be showing that off next week.
Cool.
You actually meant to build 2 of these, so I guess this is for the 2, I think it says in the manual the 2 different transformations.
Yeah.
But the thing I love about this core fighter is just all the little flaps that open. There's just so much going on with this kit, and I'm really interested to see actually how it fits together and then finally transforms. But up till now, this kit is like a meditation. But yeah, he's huge.
Piece of art.
I'll have to put him side to side with my mega sizes, and I'm sure he'll be just as tall, maybe.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that even though this is one of the older kits, it still shares a lot of similarities with the newer PGs like the Strike and the Astray, like the one I'm working on.
So yeah, show us your PG, and we can compare the 2.
Sure. All right. Okay, Ryan, this is as far as I've gotten so far.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, you like it?
I like
it.
Actually,
I could slap it all together, but I wanted to show people kind of how involved it is, what it takes. And one thing to point out is it's very similar to the Strike PG, which is got this awesome frame. Like, look how articulated that is, and not only this forward movement like you would associate, but also this sideways movement.
Ah,
you can see this piece moves here when you move it sideways.
That's crazy.
It's pretty great. And the red frame leg also is pretty much the same. You can even though with all this bulky armor on, you can still get this kind of motion sideways, right, as opposed to front here. And I kind of left it apart because I want to put together on the show. You can see that here's just the frame of the.
So the whole frame is red.
Yes, because it's the red frame, right?
Surprise, surprise!
Bada bing, bada boom. And I've got this here. I didn't put the armor pieces on this foot because I wanted to show everybody, because there's a unique feature on the red frame which we don't find on other perfect grade kits, and that is this little slab of rubber here. Now I don't know if you know what these are or not, but these little stickers that are rubber are meant to go on the bottom of the foot armor. So I've got this runner here. I haven't even taken it off yet. But what you would do is you would peel off these stickers and you place them in the grooves on the bottom of the feet here, and here's the completed product, like so. Oh, and now very nice. This can move around a little bit, right? But once you put this rubber on, it's really like difficult to move. All that extra friction means that when you start splaying the legs and posing in these action poses, it's going to stand up. It's not going to fall, which I think is fantastic. So there you go. So when it comes to actually just putting these together, I will just drop this on here and then put these on here. But I'm going to do that after, because I want to talk about what's actually inside of this frame. I've got all the armor on this part, but I only built the bottom of the second leg. And you just like this, you can see it's all jointed in here like this, but this is only just the bottom of it. Now, I don't know how your perfect grade leg goes together, because you've got all the armor on. I don't actually know how the frame assembled, but if you look at the Strike here, you can see it wiggles in here. This is actually a connection, and you can actually, if you're gentle enough, there you go, pop it apart. So you actually,
with the GPO one, you kind of will screw it together. So it's all kind of locked together. You can't pull it apart.
Well, yours is one of the older kits, so it doesn't surprise me. But this one is actually, it's got a poly gap in here and a joint here.
It's a good idea, actually, to do it like that.
When I was first building this thing, before I got, like, say, the knee joint and everything on here, I was building this, and just because I was so used to building master grades, I thought, oh, this is the leg. Look, his foot goes right here. But then, of course, no, I got to assemble the other half of this kit and slap them together. And then all the armor goes on. And so I've got the bottom of this kit done. But the top I didn't build because I wanted to show everybody this piece. Now this is... Oh, I dropped it. Oh, no. Oh, you hear that? This is metal. This is die cast. It's actually very solid. And if I threw it at somebody, it'd probably hurt. And it goes inside the top here. And it will actually support the upper leg frame. It makes it nice and sturdy, nice and strong at the joint there. And you also will find die cast here on the, here's the skirt. Now you have this in the GPO1. Your connection is metal. But this one actually is a different shape. It's not just one rod that kind of goes right through and swivels. This one's got this 2 prongs that stick out. And what I can do, if I'm careful here, it's actually made to move. I want to take off that top armor piece. And I want to pop this piece off somehow. This is meant to come down, like this. And then this whole piece can move.
Okay.
So when you're posing your red frame, you want to change the pose. Maybe you want him kind of sitting down, which requires his legs at the joint to be in a different position. You would move these. And when you're not doing that, slide it up and lock it in place. And while I have this armor off here, I'll talk about this little gap here. You can close it up, but this is meant to work with a frame. Now there's no frame included with the PG red frame, but if you do have one from, I guess, previous kits, you can go ahead and use that. And I actually have one from the AL Strike, so I will use that when the time comes. And let's pop this back together here. Come back, baby. And one other thing I should point out while I have it on the show here is the side skirts. Normally you'd put the side skirts on the last because you have to plug the leg on, but because the red frame has just these really small side skirts, you put them on first, and you actually can pivot them open, revealing this connection. And this connection is where you plug in the sword on the waist. That's kind of really,
that
really
is so
cool.
epic.
Yeah, it's really good, and they're made to move out of the way pretty well when you start moving the legs, which is really cool.
That's the great thing about the PGs is you don't feel like you can break them unless you really try.
Yeah, you have to be putting a lot of pressure to break a PG. But that said, it does happen. So I advise everybody just to be careful with their kits. You know, just because it's big doesn't mean it's not gonna break. And while I have it here, I can't resist actually putting the final touches together on this one leg. So I'm gonna plop these in here. It's funny that you can put the side skirts on first on the torso, but you have to plug in the foot first before you put the side of the armor on. It's kind of a contradiction in some ways. I got one more piece to plug on here. Guess it goes this way. There we go. I got a completed leg.
That is very cool.
That's very cool. And you can see it's pretty much the same height. Maybe a little taller. Maybe the same height as the Strike. And now how does it compare to your leg? Well, let's find out. I'm going to bring yours in here. Yours is taller. Look, your connection may be the same level, but with this extra frame on top here.
The red one looks more flashy. It's like a sports
car.
The red
one, mine's the Ferrari, and yours is the Cadillac. Look at the size of your leg. That's pretty awesome. So I'm glad to get one leg finished. And what I'm going to do now that I've shown everybody this die-cast piece, is I get to go home and actually build the entire leg around this piece, and I'll be able to make my second leg.
How many die-cast pieces does
this guy has 3. He comes in one larger piece in each leg, and the one in the torso. So just 3. So, sweet. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So I'm gonna be slapping this guy as soon as I get home. I'm gonna be putting them together.
Yeah. I love the grip on his feet. That's so.
Yeah, you can't move it without a lot of effort. Like he's not gonna fall over on you one day.
That's the thing with PG. It's like just attention to detail.
Yeah, they seem to give you these extra things, which makes me think that if Bandai is going to produce another Perfect Grade soon, it's going to be mind-boggling. It has the potential to really be fantastic if they do it properly. But until then, I'm more than satisfied in building the current ones that they have out. All right, that wraps up the perfect grade segment for this show. I know you're going to be showing a lot more.
Oh yeah.
Because we brought this on to show it. You know, it transforms.
And it has that big case as well.
Exactly. The Rio grades are also coming, so we want a kind of comparison. I'm not going to show too much more of my red frame because we've already shown the Strike and the Strike Freedom on the show, and they share the frame as I mentioned. So with these perfect grades aside, I guess we can go comments now.
Yes.
Comment time.
I just got just some news.
Okay. News and comments.
Yeah, this is just from people creating accounts in the new HobbyLink TV.
Yep.
If you have especially a Hotmail and Live account, anything to do with Microsoft, check your spam. But check your spam anyway if you're not getting an email from us.
Okay.
And also in the top navigation, we do have email us, contact us. If you go in there, just fill out the form, and we'll get back to you and help you with any kind of technical difficulties you might be having. But yeah,
for the most part, it's been pretty smooth. I think.
Yeah.
Well, launching a new site's always
difficult.
Not necessarily difficult, but you're a little apprehensive. There's all these things you try to get out of the way and make sure that everything's going right and you've tested it, but some things will sneak by. So if anybody encounters an issue, of course, please let us know.
And there is a group there called "What do you think about the new Gunpla HobbyLink TV?"
Yeah.
Just drop any feedback in there or email us. We're always working on improving things. So yeah, your feedback is valued.
That's right.
Now questions.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
Sock it to me.
This is from Ian Chen. He posted on the HobbyLink TV Facebook page.
Okay.
Yeah, we still have Facebook. Hey Sid and Ryan.
Okay.
Hope you guys are doing. How are you guys doing in Japan? I watched your show since episode 40, when Ryan joined Gunpla TV. Wow, yeah. Today's my birthday. Happy birthday, mate. I got a PG Strike Freedom as a present.
That's
and
awesome.
well, what do you guys normally get? Okay, so he asked us a question. Okay. What do you guys normally get on your birthday?
What do I normally get on my birthday? Well, now I'm a grown adult, apparently. But on my birthday, it usually means I get taken out for dinner and
shown a good time.
No, my wife has this habit of saying that about once a year, oh, you need a new backpack, because I'm always lugging stuff around. I'll buy you a new backpack. So it has become that I get a new backpack around the time of my birthday, and that is now my present. So every year I get a new backpack, which is kind of good because I'm too lazy to buy a new one for myself.
He's got a collection.
I brought it today.
Yeah. Now, I got a good birthday present this year.
Yeah.
But I specifically had to request it from my wife.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah, a very nice pair of kind of higher end Sony Bluetooth headphones.
Is that the kind of present you had to request from your wife by buying it yourself online with your credit card?
Oh yeah, I purchased it and I told her this is from you.
Yeah, see, that worked out really well.
What we want to know from you, so I'll post this up in the YouTube post, but also in the HobbyLink TV, the Gunpla TV group.
Gunpla TV question for this week.
Yes, is what do you guys normally get for your birthdays? Do you always get Gundam or do you get a whole bunch of stuff? Let us know.
Also, speaking of HobbyLink TV and Gunpla TV.
Oh, yeah.
We mentioned in the last episode, I believe, when we showed my kit bash, that we're going to talk about kit bashing and a little bit of a tutorial on the show here. And I'm undecided about what kits I want to kit bash. I like using master grades. The parts are big. They tend to work together really well. So I'm going to create a topic on HobbyLink TV. It's what master grade kits should we kit bash? And people can stick their suggestions in there. I'll go through them, see what seems feasible, and then we'll choose one and we'll go from there. So look forward to seeing that group.
Yep.
And please join that group and participate.
Participation.
Maybe I'll put a poll too. I don't know.
We don't do polls yet. That technology is beyond us. Could do it on Facebook.
Just everybody say yes. We'll count.
Okay. Well, this is last week's question. We said what's kind of more embarrassing, or when you bring a girl home or a boy home or whatever you bring home, plastic models or figures, action figures.
Which is less embarrassing.
There was some pretty funny comments. I'm going to read the first one here.
Okay.
It's from Endless Soul, and this was posted in the Gunpla TV group.
Yep.
I'm going to have to say models instead of figures, but some figures can be pretty damn awesome, that's for sure. The Hot Toys stuff.
Some figures are really good.
Hot Toys. True story. I brought a girl home. Hey. One night, and as she was looking around my place, her eyes settled on my display cabinet that had about 20 completed kits of airplanes, tanks, and some sci-fi. She asked me, "Did you make all these?" And I told her yes. She spent about a good 10 minutes looking at all of them and asked some questions here and there. She finally turned to me and said in a sultry voice, "I bet you're really good with your hands." Then took my hand and led me to the bed, and I'll stop there as this is a family site. The point is, while some people look down on your hobby, there are many others that think it's pretty cool thing. That's pretty awesome.
It's cool.
You read this one.
That's a cool story, of course. But I would think that any woman who is already going home with you might be predisposed to take it to the next level and just need an excuse. So there you go.
Some of this torture
models
anime.
are a good excuse. Good segue.
It's a nice
a good lead in.
Instead of champagne.
Okay, the next one. The next one's from John, and also in the group on the HobbyLink TV page site. It says, funny thing, this actually happened to me last year. I had a girl flying in from the East Coast to see me when I was in California. I never told her about my models, so when we got to my apartment, I have a bookcase with all my kits in it. She looks at it and looks at me with a slight grin and says, "You don't have many girls over, do you?" I responded, "I got you here, didn't I?" She laughed and started looking at the different kits, and that was that. I would say it's really how you own your hobby, I guess, because most girls don't seem to care.
Yeah, that's true.
That they have seen them.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
Yeah, true.
That's
but did you get her there by showing those models beforehand? Probably not. These are misleading.
We're just saying it works. Next one. This is probably there's actually a bunch of other comments there. So these are just probably like the three ones I chose. I don't know how to pronounce this. Aquantran909. Hey Sid and Ryan, great show. Same here for me about the age of building model kits. I'm Vietnamese. We have a whole not so popular community about Gundam and mech. And we even have a hobby store, but here the art of building model kits is still considered too childish. Every time I brought home model kits, my parents always came out with, "Why don't you bring home a girl instead? I'm only 17. For me, I really enjoy the pure fun of building kits after a long day of work."
There you
That's
go.
true. That's funny.
I don't know how to comment this. Oh, Mom, if I brought a girl home. Don't worry. I take girls places. It's not home.
Next is from John Dillinger. Didn't he kill Lincoln? Damn it. Aren't you in jail or dead?
John Dillinger.
Hey Sid. This is a question. Hey Sid. How did you paint the yellow on the Shinanju when I try spray painting yellow on parts? It doesn't stick to the part correctly. I can see the original color under the paint still, and when it is finally yellow, the paint is really thick in some parts because of the coat I need to do to get the whole part a solid color. I do the same technique I do with other colors. Do I need to prime it first? Because I've used gray primer before and the same thing kept happening. Please respond.
Okay, when you want to spray yellow, and I think I feel like an authority on this after building that big yellow thing. Lay down primer, but make sure it's white primer. The gray primer will just show through your layers of yellow and you'll have to do more. But once you get the white primer on, do a layer of yellow, just one light layer, and wait, let it dry, do another one, see how you like it, and if you need to do more, do more. And if you do 3 layers on one piece, be prepared to do 3 layers on every other piece, so that you get the same coat on all pieces. Like mine, I think I did 2, maybe 3 layers on every piece on my Yellowbird.
But you also stand kind of a distance, so you get a soft...
Yeah, you're 30 centimeters away. We showed this on an old episode of Gunpla TV where I was actually spraying yellow on white primer, and you just have to be really light and just get the first part to stick. Once you get it sticking, then you can start doing your layers. Yeah. But don't think, oh, there's some part that's not yellow, and then just spray all that yellow on it, because then it's a mess. Yeah. As I found out from experience.
I found out as well. My chocolate guy. Yeah. He got a bit heavy with the brown.
A little bit chunky.
Yeah.
A little bubbly.
Sid, do you want to get the faceplant Gundam here?
Do we have a question that requires a faceplant? Do you know how happy I am? This guy was introduced last week, faceplant Gundam. So we have a question of comment apparently that requires a faceplant.
This is Sin's Blade. So Sid. Okay. Sid said he's not a big fan of yellow model kits. Okay. And the early episodes he claimed he painted the yellow Shinanj.
Yeah. I just did it. Why does this require a facepalm?
Well, you see, it's the flip-flopping.
I don't understand. The flip-flopping?
Actor innocent. Sid has a problem with this because...
Is this a contrast? Is it a... What are we saying here? Am I a hypocrite? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just pulled out of comments. Okay. If you dispute it, you have to dispute it.
Okay. When I was talking about the yellow, I was saying I do not like the yellow plastic that comes in these model kits. I think it looks too shiny and too plasticky, and I always paint it. So I don't know where the misunderstanding.
Okay. Give it to me. Give it to me. I'll give it to someone. No, I'll tell you who gets a fan passcode.
Face palm. What's his
to,
guy's name?
to Xbox for flip-flopping.
Oh, you're gonna give him a face palm because they went back and
they listened to people.
Well, that's
a
terrible.
flip-flopper.
Face palm.
There you go, Microsoft. Call me.
Some serious MS hate going on, eh?
No. If you're gonna do stuff, you should stand by it. Don't you believe
but
that?
you don't. You
next,
have that principle because your decisions don't result in billions of dollars.
Yeah, but if I was like their whatever manager is probably sitting on a fat salary, and they probably drop their price by $100.
That's what they should do.
Well, anyway.
Of course.
Okay, so
right.
to end this,
so
actually no one gets the face palm guy. Okay. Thank you so much for everyone who's joined our community so far, and if you're interested, please do join.
Yep.
Thanks for your comments. It's great.
So far, so good. It's been great.
Yeah, no, it's been excellent.
Yeah.
And please comment when you see stuff. We don't have a like button, so we rely on you to comment.
Yeah. If you do favorite it, like an image, you favorite it, it will show up on your own private wall.
Yeah. But you don't get a number. Do you get a number? No, you probably don't get a number. So yeah, comment. Cool. If you like something and you think it's cool, just say it's cool. Because Facebook copped out with the like button. Yeah. They should have given us the like and a dislike button.
It's like how many people just subconsciously.
Yeah, no. I'm sure some people just click like on everything.
I hide all everybody's status. It's like, oh, another picture. Hide.
Thousands of friends, but no one in the feed. Anything else?
A couple of things. Next week, I believe, is the release of the Macross.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that.
Boom, boom, boom.
I'm going to get one. I might build it, but I'm going to actually give it to someone to build it.
Yep.
And then we should have a post on HobbyLink TV about it if all goes
well.
well.
For this one.
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, Ryan's a Macross fan, so,
so I'm looking forward to
show it. I want him to talk
I'd
about
love to build it. I know it's probably someone who does it much quicker than I do.
Yeah.
You know, I'm slow.
But that will be the last big kit for June because, of course, it's the last week of the month. So we got the Macross, and then will come July. And July is big. July is MG Gyaradoga, the two RGGPO ones. So it's going to be a good month in July. And, of course, kit bashing if we can start on that. Yeah, anyway.
Okay.
All right. So that's all for this episode. We'll see you later.